little update on Alpha and my situation with working them. Now, a lot of people have been commenting and getting in touch, and like every time I mention the word Uber, someone goes, "Oh, if you're working for Alpha, you can't talk about Uber now," and stuff like that. So I just thought to do a little video, just a little update on what I'm doing with Alpha Taxis, what I'm working at the moment, and yeah, just a little update, because a lot of people have asked me and I just haven't had a chance to actually just tell them what I've been up to. So in this video I'm just going to go into a bit more about Alpha, what they do, Uber, and what am I doing personally, which one, etc, etc. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. YouTube loves interaction, so make sure you like the video, follow, subscribe, and give us a little comment below. Nice one, guys, and I'll see you in a sec. How are we? Listen, it's been a while. Well, it feels like it's been a while. I have been chocker. So, about 3 weeks ago, I done a video and I rejoined Alpha Taxis. Not a lie. Literally, that's what I did. Went back to Alpha and signed up to them. And I got the app back installed on my phone and activated. And that's that. So then a lot of people have commented, and like when I do it, like I'll do a news article, something about Uber, and people comment and go in, why are you talking about Uber when you work for Alpha now? It doesn't matter and stuff like that. And you got to understand, guys, like my content is around news. I post about Alpha, local companies, somewhere down south, like different areas, cars, EV cars. I talk about all sorts. When it's news related, I just talk about whatever's in the news. So if something's going on about Uber, I do a news article about Uber to get me relevant of who I'm working for or what I'm doing. Do you know what I mean? In the future, I might not work for any of the taxis, but I'll still be doing and reporting the news and keeping on top and doing my research as I've been doing anyway. Do you know what I mean? And like for the content and stuff like that. So, me personally, right, I signed up to Alpha 3 weeks ago, and I haven't done... What have I done? I don't think I've done any. I done one, went out and done a little test to see what it's like around mine for a couple of hours, and hardly got anything because it was out of the area, but I wanted to do that little test. So I've done that little test, done a little video on the Patreon and the YouTube members after about 3-4 days of signing up to Alpha, and that's it. And then you go, bloody hell mate, but you said you're going back to Alpha. I did say I was going back to Alpha, and I was, and I'm back at Alpha. I'm signed up to them. I have literally done no taxis for about 3 weeks. Like, I'm not even messing. The only time I've done a little taxis, I've done the challenge video that I've been putting off for about a year, and that was working a Tesla on Uber till the battery runs out. I've done that video, so I worked Uber for that day. And then if I am in between airport runs, then I've got like an hour and a half window. I work Uber because of the destinations. It keeps me around the airport. I can plan and work out a lot better. Alpha, not many destinations always, and you don't know where it's leading to. Do you know what I mean? And with Alpha, you could get a job and it might say a location, and you'll get in the car and go, oh mate, I'm going to my mates, or whatever. So with likes of local companies or Alpha, it's the type of company where like I'll get up in the morning, I'll go online at Alpha and like do a stint of like a full shift. It doesn't matter where I'm going. Do you know what I mean? And I just haven't had the opportunity to do that. In 3 weeks, I had 1 week which was chock with airport runs, with the Aintree weekend. And then I've had content. I've done the ebook. I've been doing the TikTok and YouTube. I've just done a podcast now, special guest podcast, which I think goes live tomorrow with a lad down in Milton Keynes. So I'm doing a lot of content. I'm doing quite a lot of airports. A bit quiet this week, but obviously swings and roundabouts. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I just generally over the last 3 weeks since I've done that video. 3 weeks I haven't done generally any taxis, like day-to-day taxis, like Uber, Alpha or whatever company. Just a bit of airports, bit of content, right? And then the reason I went to Alpha for the change, because I thought I was getting sick of Uber. And technically I've come to realise, I spoke to the lads in the WhatsApp group about me and stuff, and I've come to realise, guys, I'm actually just sick of the taxis. I'm sick of the private hire. Not the airports to a certain degree. It's more just like, I was talking to Mark the other day about it, you know, the podcast. And, right, if I got a job at 6 a.m, yeah, whatever, Townshend JLA, I'll get up and do that job, no problem. If I've got to get up at 6 a.m. and turn the app on and sit there and wait for the job, you know what I mean? It's like, I've been doing this like, what, not years and years, but I've done about 6 years, do you know what I mean? I've done the locals, I've done Uber, back and forward for the last 6 years. And I'm getting to the point now where I'm enjoying the content, I'm enjoying this type of stuff for you guys. You enjoy it, I enjoy it. I want to do this going forward a lot more than the actual driving elements of it, like the general taxis. And I think I'm reaching that point in me life where, like, if it's an airport run, I'll run out and do it, no probs. But for me to then go out and just go online and sit there and wait for a job, do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter who I'm working for, Alpha or Uber, I'm just getting sick of it. Do you know what I mean? And the reason when I signed up to Alpha is because I thought I was getting sick of Uber. And obviously what's happening with Uber, which I still am. But it's not just Uber or Alpha, it's just literally, it's just a game, just a job. It's you know what I mean? It's doing me head in. So that's what happened. And I went to Alpha, signed up, and I'm still signed up now. And what I'll do is, I've done it a couple of times now. I'll do a little JLA to town, right? And I'll drop off in town like 10 a.m. So it is going to be dead. And I'll go on like, right, I want to do some Alpha anyway. Do a couple of hours on Alpha. And then, I'll be able just to get some money in. And I'll literally go in and I'll go online at Alpha. And I'll go, and it'll be like queue 2 out of 5 or whatever. Or 5 out of 5 in a queue in town or something like that. And I'll just look at it and go, offline. And then drive home empty. And then another day I'll go, no, last time I went Alpha, I was in a bit of a queue. I'll go online at Uber, and I drop off in town, go online at Uber, and you know where you get the smog and like the surge and it's just crystal white. Do you know what I mean? Like there's no smog, there's nothing, and I look at it. Back offline, drive home empty. Honestly, I've just got to that point in my life where I am actually struggling to do the taxis, but the problem is I'm still at the point where I still need to for money. So I'm flipping the skins at the moment, but I've just got no drive to go out and do the taxis, do you know what I mean? So all honestly guys, that is the update. People say to me like, whoa, I thought you went back to Alpha. Because I've done that one video to saying I'm signing back up to Alpha doesn't mean anything, do you know what I mean? When I do a video on content, it doesn't mean that like that's me going forward for the rest of my life. I can change, I can adapt, I can do whatever, do you know what I mean? It was just a fact of, I was out with Uber and I got sick of Uber, so I went to Alpha and I realised I'm not sick of just sick of Uber, because I'm still sick of Uber. I'm sick of the actual job. Do you know what I mean? So going forward, I'm going to try my best to get out and do a bit of Alpha or a bit of Uber or whatever, just to get out and earn some money, and I'll try and do some content over it as well. But realistically, hopefully I just get a couple of airport runs a week to keep me ticking over and keep pushing the content. Do you know what I mean? That's me plan in the future, which is going to affect me car choice, by the way. I'm looking at getting rid of my car at the end of the year, because same issue with my car. My car is super cheap to run, right? To run miles, but when I'm not driving as much, it's 900 quid a month parked up, finance and insurance. Just them alone is 900 quid, nearly 250 quid a week, parked up, not moving. So if I don't do much taxis or airport work or whatever, that is just killing me, being parked up. Where technically I need a car parked up that doesn't cost me much money, but when I go jump in and work in it, then it's not too bad then, because I'm working in it. But when it's parked up and I might do 3 days of just content, then it's not costing me much at all being parked up. Do you know what I mean? So there's loads of things I'm going through at the moment that you just don't see online. Like, unfortunately, I don't share my life. Every minute and every decision I do in my life, I don't share on social media. So people see a video that I'm signing back up to Alpha 3 weeks ago, and they're just assuming that I'm working Alpha every single day, doing nothing else. And why isn't he updating me? Honestly, the amount of comments I get, bloody hell, I thought you were working with Alpha. Where's your update, lad? How was Alpha? How's it going? Do you know what I mean? Because I've done one video means that's me going forward, but it's not. The video was me signing back up to Alpha, and I signed back up to Alpha. But yeah, that's it really, guys. But what I did do, and I will end this video here, is I've done a lot of research. I talked to a lot of lads on Alpha and on Uber. When I'd done the video, loads of people got in touch. We had good chats and everything else on the Instagram and everything else. So go follow me on Instagram. We had a good chat and everything else. And by the sounds of what everyone's saying, is Alpha is definitely better rates, especially when you hit the cap commission and you're only on like 10% commission. Alpha's rates are well better. Yeah, per mile, moving around, you're earning more money. Uber's busier. There's more passengers with Uber. Do you know what I mean? There's less with Alpha, but Alpha, you earn more money per mile. That's what I found out just by communicating and talking to a lot of people. That's it. So if you're happy to drive less and have less expense and move around a lot less, bit more downtime between jobs and stuff, but then you know when you do get a job, you're happy that when you're moving, you're on a good rate and you're on a good money. Then your local company, or like this example, Alpha, would suit you. Uber, it's a lot more, but the mileage, obviously the rates are rubbish and you're doing a lot more miles, so there's a lot more expenses and wear and tear in your vehicle. That doesn't bother you. If you're in like an electric car or you're settling a car, then Uber might be best for you. Do you know what I mean? But I've said this from day one, it's very situational. I know people who love Alpha. I know people who hate Alpha. I know people who love Uber. I know people who hate Uber. Do you know what I mean? And it's so situational. It's so personal preference. Do you know what I mean? There's no right or wrong. It's whatever's best for you guys, yeah? But listen, I have chat bubbles for nearly 10 minutes now and I do apologise. I'm literally just wanted to come on and give you a little update of where I'm at. Work-wise, okay? Just so everyone who's been asking me, now know. I've been working either. Listen, thanks very much for all the love on the content and on the channel. Much appreciated. Give us a like, give us a subscribe. Leave me a comment if you want. Let me know. Are you working Alpha? Are you happy? Are you working Uber? Are you happy? Let me know. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.